So it seems that a lot of people nowadays run with this idea that you're in competition with other men, you know. If you slack one day, they're gonna fuck your future wife. You're never gonna achieve anything in life. And these people are just better than you. You're not in the top 10%, they are. Because they're doing all the right things. They're moving on the path towards constant improvement. They're making more money, they're getting more bitches, blah blah blah. Right. You know the rest, right? A lot of people say this, and I honestly, the entire time that I've heard this, I've disagreed deep down, because it's it's kind of insinuating that we all are striving for the same things in life. And on a fundamental level we are. Like, we want to, you know, find someone to live our life with. You know, we want relationships. We crave relationships. We need to survive. Procreation is quite common. I mean, nowadays not as much, but like for the most part, we want to have kids and keep humanity in check, right? Fundamentally, like, those things are just basic survival needs, whatever. But when it comes to like your authentic desires in terms of what you want to do with your life, to assume that like, oh yeah, you're in competition, it doesn't really make any sense. Because to one guy, because at the end of the day, what to really be happy, we're all striving for happiness, we're all striving for fulfillment, and to get that is different for everyone. Like, and it's mostly through your work, isn't it? So it's like, find the things that you work on, that you're interested in, your hobbies, whatever it may be, that resonate with you. That's what's actually going to get you fulfillment. And it's not the same for everyone, is it? Like, not everyone wants to be a self-improvement YouTuber. Not everyone wants to do SMMA. Not everyone wants to do all these things which are promoted to you by these people online who are just trying to sell you courses and shit. And I think the whole tactic of making you think you're like constantly in competition is just it's a tactic to make you anxious and to essentially just buy this person's product, which will teach you how to improve your life and how to become the top 1% man and how to be in a position where you'll get ahead of all the other men. But again, it's assuming that all these people have the exact same path in life, which they don't. To one guy, getting a 9 to 5, earning 60k a year, having a family, having a nice wife, and settling down somewhere quite remote, and just living life very regularly, is fulfilling to him. To another guy, it might be buying a fucking huge mansion in Dubai, doing some fucking like stocks and trades, earning a fuck ton of money from that, and then sleeping and having like 4 wives. I don't fucking know, but you know the point, right? Like, these two people are fundamental. Like, they're very different people, but they both find that's the life they want to live. But if you're saying, okay, you know, to be the best man you can be, you need to attract loads of women, you need to have loads of money, and all these things, it's just not the case. Because fulfillment doesn't come from a lot of money, from fucking loads of bitches. It just doesn't, you know? And I feel like this whole concept of competition makes this assumption that we're all kind of the same, which we're not. And it's why you see this massive boom in people who have this mentality of like, this is how you succeed in life. You have to take cold showers, you have to work on a business, you have to do this gym routine, you have to do this and this and this. But it's like, you're basically assuming there's rules to life. There's no rules to life at the end of the day, you know? There's the fundamental survival needs, but apart from that, it's really down to you and what you want to do with life. And then to say there's competition, like I'm in competition with all these other guys, it's just not true. Because, I mean, the women that I might be attracted to who might like me won't be attracted to other guys. And for them to then say, oh, we're the same, we're all just chasing the same people. No, we're not. No, we're not. Like, she'll be attracted to you, but this other girl will be attracted to me. Like, the one who's attracted to you won't like me, but the one who likes me won't be attracted to you. And it's like, okay, well, there'll be times where, of course, it's this, you know, there'll be, but that's because we're fairly similar. You know, we're fairly similar people. But the whole concept of competition only really exists in this bubble of like self-improvement, where guys are just doing the exact same things. You know, they're doing all the good habits, they're working on a business, a YouTube channel, whatever it may be, and they all read these books and all this shit. And it's kind of a lot of mental masturbation rather than actual progress. And I'm saying this because I've done this. Like, I've been the guy who did all this morning routine, self-improvement shit, and I still, to an extent, do it. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying these things are bad for you, but I'm going to make another video on this, right? But like, these things need to contribute to your path and what you're doing in life. You can't just be doing them for the sake of doing them, because you're not going to get anywhere by doing that. It's like, you know, you can do all these habits, you can work on all these things, but if it's not resonating with you, if it's not what you actually want to do, then where is it getting you? And then you say, oh, I'm in competition. Oh, I'm taking cold showers. I'm in this community. I'm reading these books. I'm in the top 10%. No, you're fucking not. You're just not, though. Like, what your actions produce, the product of that, who you actually are, would put you in the top 10% hypothetically. But even that, like top 10%, again, that's assuming that we all want the exact same things. Like top 10% of what though? Are we looking at top 10% of these like alpha male influencers? Are we looking at top 10% of like 9 to 5 workers? It's all different. It's not the same for everyone. Not every person wants the things that you want. If you're watching this video, there's definitely things that we differ on, and that's okay because we're different people. And so like to say we're in competition, you know, there's things which technically we are at the end of the day. But like not everyone, you can't punch every single guy into this bubble and be like, oh, just because this guy does this, I'm ahead of him. You know, oh, this guy watched this movie or he played these video games and I don't do those things, so I'm ahead of him. No, he could make a fuck ton more money than you. He could be happier than you. You know, he could have all these things that you don't. But you just assume, oh, because he does this one thing differently and I don't, I'm better. It's just ego at the end of the day, I think. You know, it's just saying you're in competition and then, you know, living this life and then assuming that you're just better than all these other people. It's just egotistical. It's just like, and this is the danger of, you know, all the self-improvement shit, is it just makes you think you're better than you actually are. Like, you're not actually that special. You need to actually show some product of your actions. Like, for me, I'm not fucking special. I'm going to tell you that I'm not special. I'm basically a nobody. I just come on here and talk my thoughts. Like, I'm not trying to do anything crazy here. I'm just living my life, you know? But a lot of these people online will convince you that you have to live this certain way of life, and or you're in competition, or if you play video games today, I'm going to get ahead of you and fuck your future wife and all this shit. It's just so stupid and shallow. It's such a shallow argument, you know? It's assuming that we're all the same, we all want to do the exact same things in life, and we get, you know, we get fulfillment from the exact same things. It's just not true, is it? It's just not true. So stop thinking that you're in competition. And it's funny as well, because these guys will also say, oh, don't compare yourself to other people. You know, compare yourself to who you were yesterday. And like, you can't have both. You can't say that and then say you're in competition, because competition means you're comparing, you know? To an extent, yes, you are in some kind of competition and we do compare ourselves to other people. But with that being said, again, like, don't just assume, oh, this person's better off, or oh, my life's terrible, because you have different interests and you want to do different things in life. You know, do what resonates with you and don't let other people judge you for it. You know, pursue the things you actually want to pursue, and don't feel bad if someone tells you, these fucking cult-minded people, oh, you can't do that, that makes you a fucking loser. Like, who cares about their opinion? They have this, those people have a mind frame that you can't differ from this way of living because it makes you a loser. Like, that in and of itself makes them a fucking loser, because they don't see the grand scale of like, oh wait, maybe people are just doing what resonates. Maybe they're just like, they don't understand that, because they just live this life of cold showers, meditate, gratitude journal, all this shit. And like, they're doing nothing because it actually benefits them. They're just doing it because it makes them feel better. Oh, I'm on self-improvement, top 10%. No, you're fucking not, man. No, you're not. Actually go out and produce something that resonates with you, that you actually want to do personally. And don't feel like, don't take the opinions of people who know nothing about you, you know, and think about them so deeply to where it makes you not do those things. There were so many things, man, that I was actually interested in that I didn't take action on, because I was like, oh, but it's a trade-off, but I could be doing this, I could be meditating for 10 minutes more instead. Like, just fucking hell, man. Like, just do it. Just do the things that resonate and stop thinking about this whole competition thing, because for the most part, it's just to sell you shit. It's just to make you anxious and then sell you a course and then sell you a product and to make these people money. And it's just kind of sad. Like, I've got nothing against selling a product or anything, but when it comes down to just manipulation and just making you think that you have to join this, and it puts you in the top, oh, you're in this community, you're in the top 10%, like, fuck off. No, you're not. You're just not, right? Show some actual results of things that resonate with you, and don't prescribe to these fucking cult-like mentalities, because these are people who just tell you this is how you have to live life. And they're in competition with each other because they live in their own little bubble. But on a grander scale of people who are actually doing things that resonate and just want to improve their lives authentically, like a normal fucking person, you know, they don't prescribe to that because they're too focused on themselves and actually doing shit. And life gets a lot fucking better when you stop watching all these creators online and you just do what resonates. You stop taking in all these inputs of people telling you how to live your life. Because after a while, you get all the basic shit. Like, you understand, okay, I need to take care of my health, I need to improve my social skills, I need to fucking, you know, exercise, all the basic shit. You know this, right? Once you take care of the fundamentals, from there, it's just you and what you want to do. Don't think so much about what these other guys would say about you, because who fucking cares? It's your life, do what you want to do what resonates, okay? But yeah, it's just a little rant from me, because I just hate the whole, I just hate the whole competition thing. It's just, I find it so, like, it only applies if you're in this fucking bubble. You're in this one subset of people. Yeah, you're fucking running them, like, you're in the fucking Olympics running a race or something. Yeah, you're in competition there because you're all doing the exact same fucking thing. You're all competing for the same thing. But that's them. That's their subset of group. I'm not in their group of competition, am I? Because they're doing something completely different to what I want to do. So I don't see myself as, I don't compare myself to those people because my life's completely different. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think you do. I think you're smart enough to realize this, right? If you're watching this channel. So I appreciate you watching this video till the end. And yeah, until the next one, boys, stay focused.